Hi everyone, this is Jim. Welcome to this Blitz chess postmortem video. This is a postmortem of my Blitz chess game number 110, where I was white. I kicked off with e4, and my opponent played c5, the Sicilian defense. So we play the normal moves for about 2 or 3 moves here. e6 is the third most popular choice here between d6 and knight c6. But after I played d4, which is the standard response, instead of taking or some of these other less common moves, he plays b6. And after that, we are pretty much out of the opening book. So I'm going to just look at the notation tab. I just want to point out that the opening book and the chess engine both agree that d5 is the move to play here. So wasn't aware of that. And I guess you're going into kind of a Benoni structure when you play that. Maybe you can get in the move c4. And knight to c3, and then it'd be a Benoni where black has played b6, which would be a bit unusual and probably good for white. So not the best way for black to play. I figure he's just trying to get me out of the opening book and play some chess. So, but this gives white a decent position, even though I'm not playing the most accurate moves here. I still have a good score as far as the chess engine is concerned. And we just do some developing moves here. He keeps not playing. He should probably just take or play d5 himself, and he keeps not doing it. And I keep not playing d5. The computer is continuing to recommend I should play d5, and eventually I do here. And so this gives me a pretty good space advantage in the center and good pieces. So I've sort of blocked in this bishop, and as you see, the game evolves. He places his bishop there, and as I develop my pieces, I didn't mind giving up my light-squared bishop because my pawns in the center are all on light squares anyway, and he's wasting some tempos with his knight to take that bishop. And then he voluntarily, that wasn't the best move. Taking is probably better. Because if he takes, then he creates a weakness here on d5 that he might attack later, although I do have c4 to support it. But anyway, he plays e5, and now we've sort of locked into this pawn structure, which is worse for black. So white should be better here, and the chess engine agrees. And this f4 push didn't really help because f5, because he's trying to create some space for himself, but he's opening things up a little bit early. He hasn't got his pieces out, and he also creates a space here for my knight, so that's a good square for me. Although queen d3, queen c2, knight c3, the chess engine just was not impressed with the way I played this. But this, again, it keeps an advantage, knight g3, and then to e4 just seemed like a logical way to play, but maybe not the most precise. So a5 here. I never did try to undermine the queen side, which is interesting. This is a weak structure on the queen side too, and playing a5 would be an interesting way to play against it. Okay, but I'm playing with my pieces in the center, and this still keeps an advantage all the way through this part. And here, it wasn't too impressed with my taking off his bishop. I was just kind of running out of ideas here of how to progress, and I had been burning up a lot of time, so I started just playing a little more quickly and not thinking ahead as much. Again, it likes some queen moves. Queen d3, queen c2. If I get my queen on this diagonal, I guess I've got a threat against h7. That's a logical plan here. So there's no need to take these pieces before their time. I was trying to figure out how to make use of this dark squared bishop here, but maybe the idea is just to leave it here, put your queen on the light squares. Both of his bishops are kind of shut out of the game, so it seems like anything I do over here is going to be pretty good for white. But trading things off probably makes black's job easier. And particularly this move f4, didn't think that was good at all. Once again, queen c2, go after the h7 pawn. Okay, that just did not occur to me during the game for some reason. But again, you see, I maintained some edge as white. Black is played in such a sloppy fashion that even here I still have something. And then here I was tempted by this sacrifice, which is maybe not the absolute best move. Rook b1 is an idea here, but it's still, I get compensation for that. You see, it goes to equals. And it's tricky. It's difficult for black to find the best defensive moves. And after knight g5 and queen here check, suddenly I have a winning attack. So this move here was a slight imprecision by black. He should play rook takes f1 check, yeah, just reducing the force and bringing the other rook over. And that would be a way to neutralize my attack. So he didn't play that, and now I have a winning attack here. And I just don't quite play it right. h4 still keeps an advantage, and the rook there is a good move. Queen runs away, and now there's just a mate in 9, starting with rook f7. I didn't see that, of course. Mates in 9 are not that easy to see, but queen h5 is a strong move, and you see my score is still very, very strongly in my favor, my evaluation. This knight c7 was maybe one of the few moves that works. Yeah, knight c7. Queen takes f1 check, just giving up the queen for a rook. So knight c7 is the only move you can play. It doesn't give up material immediately. It defends. There's a mate threat. Queen and the rook are on that square, and the knight is guarding these squares. So if I just come here with check, rook takes, and either queen or rook takes back, and that's mate. So he has to do something about that, and he played the knight to c7, defending against the mate. I play rook f7, and still the score is strongly in my favor. Queen c3, and now rook e, this rook to e7 is the winning move, and a very logical move. You see, I've got all these pieces into the attack. I just need to bring the last piece in, and I will win. So, you know, just getting all your pieces involved is the way to do it. But again, I was running short on time and not finding the best moves here. So I play rook takes g7 check, and that's it. You see, now suddenly black has the advantage for the first time, maybe in the whole game. There was a moment there where black had equalized there, but anyway, this now black has the advantage, and my attack just peters out. I wanted to play through the rest of it. I didn't want to jump to the end immediately. Rook takes g7, queen takes, and rook over, trying to get to f7 again. But now his other pieces are all jumping into the attack, so I no longer have this temporary advantage that I had where my pieces were all participating. So I keep playing some moves. He was threatening to take on h4, so I couldn't allow that. And I keep trying to position my pieces to make threats here, but with accurate play by black, it's all to no avail. And this queen check here was completely hopeless, but look at this. Somehow here, he allowed me to get back into the game with that knight move. So queen e4. So if I had played queen e4 here, what's the threat? I'm hitting the rook. I'm hitting the knight, and it says black's best move is queen c1 check, king g2 is forced, and queen d2 check, and looks like it's just going to be a perpetual check wherever the king moves. So it looks like this move, queen e4 here. So let's go back up. In this position where I played queen g5 check and got the queens off. Yeah, so I had a fork. That's a nice trick. Okay. Yeah, it's hard to spot things like that when you're low on time. Anyway, queen g5 check, he takes, and now I can't stop this pawn from queening. So it's game over, and I resigned here. So I thought that was pretty interesting, and I thought that was an instructive moment when I was pursuing the attack, and all I had to do was just bring another piece into the attack instead of exchanging the way I did, and I would have a clear win there. So, but you win some, you lose some. That's the nature of chess. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Leave any comments you have in the section below, and I'll see you again later. Bye.